On May 28th, we had planned a protest action around Columbia Park. Columbia Park was formerly St. Bernard Housing Development. That's where I lived before the storm. And we planned this protest because the people that lived in that development, in that community, is not being allowed back into the development. And we not just accepting that. On that day, we marched from St. Bernard Avenue to St. Denis, I think, and we marched around the community of Columbia Park, peacefully, chanting, and after that, we got in front of the leasing office, we walked in. So we sat there after we saw that they wasn't going to try to talk to us and let us know, listen to how we felt and what was going on. So we sat a while and let them know that, if we don't hear from them soon, that we will come back. Because we want to know what's the problem. People need a place to stay. A week later, I'm home in my bed. Got up early in the morning, take my medicine, I'm laying down. And about 9:35, I hear a knock on my door. So I get up and answer the door. So I open the door and I look. I see a SWAT team. I say, damn. I said, what's going on? What's the problem? He said, well, you in a protest? I said, yes, I was in a protest. He said, at Columbia Park. I said, yeah, a week ago. He said, well, they told us to arrest you. I said, arrest me for what? I said, could you tell me, do y'all have any paperwork? I said, we don't have. I said, y'all have no warrant for my arrest? Y'all have nothing? They said, no. When I look on the paper, for number one, they said I was arrested at 1400 Milton Street. Mm-hmm. I was arrested at my home a week later. Mm-hmm. Then they said the charge was battery. And like when I said, battery on who? So they got the lady, project manager, Dora Price. I never had no problems with this lady. They sent me a letter, they mailed it, on this day, July the 7th, 2010, Sharon, Jasper, 2731 Bruxelles Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. Proposed termination. Dear Ms. Jasper, please be advised that your eligibility for continued assistance will be terminated effective August 31st, 2010. But they said we're going to put a charge on her. And that's going to go with that one strike law. See, one strike is when you do something wrong, you go automatically go, you got to go.
Sharon has been an outspoken advocate for the residents of public housing for many years, has always been nonviolent, and even folks from Hano who have known her for many years have been quick to remark about that. People who have subsidized housing benefits don't have any different or lesser constitutionally protected rights when it comes to free speech. The problem is that when you are a subsidized housing resident, you have to live by the rules and norms of the housing authority. And one rule is that if you are arrested, you become vulnerable to losing your housing voucher. It doesn't technically matter if it's a wrongful arrest.
I say they lying on me and they're trying to target me. They're trying to silence me. They're trying to intimidate me. But they done went too far.
My mother being a strong fighter who she is, she have a lot of support. But if you just think about the people who don't have the support of these so-called attorneys and just give up and move and don't worry about the appeal process, some of them become homeless because they can't afford the rent. We just not going to sit there and just let them take over our community and not let the people back in, that we could bring stability to our own community, that we are the people from that community. We should have some say-so in how that community should be ran.
It doesn't take a lot of wisdom to figure out that where residents of public housing are engaged in protests and then are being threatened with criminal actions against them, with losing their vouchers, and with being summoned into the office of those who run the housing authority here, that it is going to create a climate that is not encouraging of peaceful protest. They might not like her message, but it's her right to put that message out there as long as she's not hurting anyone else, and she never has and she never will.
They cannot intimidate me for speaking out That's my right as a human being. The next step is we're going to court. We're going to trial.